Hi, this is Dr. Daniels, and welcome to Jammin' with Jen. And today's topic is delusions, why they matter, and how to make the best of them. Yep. And of course, this is the Sunday, March 6, 2022 edition. Now, first, mom update. Actually, most of the show is about mom, but she is doing great, and she, of course, has got her mind made up, as you will see. Next, we have a Home Healers Program. So the Home Healers Program is a pre-recorded set of instruction and question answers that will help you be able to handle your health at home without an ambulance, a hospital, a doctor, or anything like that. So in less time than it takes for a ambulance to arrive, you've got the problem solved. And so here is some feedback from the program. Greetings and blessings be upon you for all the wonderful work you're doing. I recently completed your Home Healers course, and I cannot thank you enough for putting that together. It truly empowered me to take control of my and my family's health. I have canceled all my medical insurance and will never go that route again. The course is priceless, and so are you. There you go. Certainly, in my life, it has saved me hundreds of thousands of dollars just in health insurance premiums, co-pays, deductibles, to say nothing of suffering and torture. So, go to vitalitycycles.com and get your home healers program so you can become the healer in your home. As a promotion, yay, promotion! I'm doing a live, means I answer your questions live, question and answer in the month of April for everyone who purchases by the end of March. Okay, Home Healers Program. Then we have Vitality Capsules. Yay! Vitality Capsules, our sponsor. We have Extra Strength. Yay! And we have regular. So go to vitalitycycles.com, check it out, our sponsor. It is the internal cleanser that is comfortable enough and safe enough for everyday use. And finally, we're going to take our turpentine. Now, I had cut back on my turpentine, but when I cut back on my turpentine, my joints got creaky. And that is not any good for doing splits at 65, I tell you. So we have, of course, yay, sugar. I can only see half my screen, so I'm going to lower this down so I can see what you can see. I have no idea why. Oh, I see. I'm on the wrong bar. All right. So here we have sugar. We have a little spoon. This is 5 grams. It is an American teaspoon. And we get a spoonful of that. Then we have turpentine. Label your bottles. You don't have to be perfect. Just let everyone know this is not a beverage. And we just unscrew the top, get a little pipette. My dose is half a teaspoon a day, so I just suck it up to the neck of this pipette. These are disposable pipettes available online or at your local medical supply shop. And there you go, right up to the top there at the neck, you can see. Oops. We have our sugar here. Yay! And we're going to squirt that right in the sugar. Bam, done. Mm. Alright, that's done. Top on our sugar. Bring our keyboard back so it doesn't have to suffer. Top on our turpentine. And we're ready for, yay, Shilajit. So Shilajit is a trace mineral supplement. Try to take it every day. Which means I miss about 2 days a week, which is perfect. Because you're supposed to stop it 1 week out of 6 or 1 week out of 7. So if you miss 2 days a week, then you're good to go. Alright, so there we go. And we're just going to dip that chopstick in. Oops, pull it out. Let's get a little scoop up here. There we go. And that's about 200 milligrams there. We're going to take that, put it in our water. As you can see, it does not readily dissolve. So we're going to just put it aside and do something else, like the show. Okay. Let's see, we got it? Okay. We're done. We got everything. All right. Delusions. Why they matter and how to make the best of them. They're like parasites. We all have them. And a lot of times, someone will have a version of what ought to be done and what is the problem, but maybe all they really have is a delusion that might be more functional than the delusion that they are attempting to replace. So, we all have delusions. What is a delusion? A delusion is a false, it's important, false, fixed belief that is not amenable to change in the light of conflicting evidence. As a pathology, that would be disease, it is distinct from a belief based on false or incomplete information, confabulation, or dogma. Now, I disagree with that. This fixed false belief can be based really on confabulation, which is lies. It can be based on a dogma. Dogma is a strong belief that adherents are not willing to discuss rationally. The pandemic in the United States is filled with these, as you can see. And the distinction between a delusion and a strongly held idea is sometimes difficult to make. In other words, they're often the same thing. So if you have a very strongly held idea, chances are it's a delusion. So we have lots of delusions, and delusions are very important. Delusions are important because they form the basis of a cohesive society. So a cohesive society goes like this. Pick something that's clearly false. Those who accept this falsehood receive special privileges. Those who do not are ostracized, expelled, and denied privileges. This is important. And so what this does then is it separates the loyal from the unloyal. And again, creates cohesion in society. So let's talk about some delusions. One delusion is formal education. The information does not create, the information given in formal education, let's call it college or K through 12, does not create a healthier, happier, or more productive citizen. When enough people stopped participating in this delusion, incentives such as non-collateralized loans were given. So young 18-year-olds were given loans saying, hey, borrow the money, you can go, you can still do this. Society gave employment preference to people who had submitted to the educational process, who'd sacrificed 4 years of their youth and received a piece of paper. Another delusion is delusion of healthcare. It's neither healthy and nobody cares. But those who reject this are considered uncaring. When enough people stopped voluntarily participating, laws were passed forcing participation. Example is Obamacare. Now, these are hefty delusions, and the education delusion and the healthcare delusion are just two examples. But they have resulted in financial ruin, death, and severe emotional distress to the participants. So what to do? What to do? I used to think that introducing truth and dispelling the delusion was the answer. No. There's two things wrong with this position. First, the initial delusion is often replaced by another delusion. So that's not helpful. And second, removing the delusion can cause excessive trauma, destroy relationships, and again, deprive the person who was sticking to the delusion of the goodies and privileges in society that they were receiving. So what to do? Well, I learned this from carefully studying my mother. She equated healthcare with social acceptance and being valued, winning and exercising the hard-won fruits of the civil rights struggle. So her delusion is that receiving healthcare means that you have equal rights, that you validated whatever it was Martin Luther King was fighting for. So she pays about $300 a month in supplemental Medicare insurance premiums. Foolishly. I tried to get her to stop throwing that money away. Of course, she refused. Finally, I realized that was not relevant. We talked instead about the financial impact, which apparently was not that great, right? Because she wasn't losing money. I mean, she wasn't using money she would have otherwise needed for something else. So, okay, fine. Keep paying the premiums. But then we focused on the real meat of the matter, which was the next medical emergency. She agreed that she wanted no part of the hospital or nursing home or doctor's office. In the next medical emergency, we would not be calling for assistance of any kind. And so, without touching her delusion, all we did was alter her interaction with the delusion. Now, each of us sees the world through our own kaleidoscope, in other words, our own delusions. So rather than insisting others use our kaleidoscope or accept our adventure, the true value of life is trying to see life through the other person's kaleidoscope and access the vivid colors and visions that you would not see through your own lens or through your own perspective. So if we can humbly accept that we each have delusions, and what is really needed is for us to find ways to allow others to have their delusions and seek out those who return the favor by allowing us our delusions. That would expedite our happiness and our health here on earth. So as you can see, did not touch mom's delusion. We respected it, but we just went to the next step and say, okay, how are we going to interact with this delusion? And worked out just fine. So if you do that, then you don't have to go through all this sensitivity training or desensitivity training. You can just say, oh, fine, okay, I can just let that person have their delusion. And that brings us to, yay, question and answers. Okay, first one. I'm getting ready to do the turpentine with sugar for parasites. If I get vitality capsules, is it safe to take after I do the turpentine, or should I be doing it before turpentine? You should do it before the turpentine. So go to vitalitycycles.com, get the Candida Cleaning Report, and it will explain it to you. Read the report about twice. Yeah, so it says I have the report. Yeah, read the report at least twice. It'll make it very clear you need to poop 3 times a day, and that's the way you go about that. Dr. Dion, is it okay or not to take the Vitality capsules with your main meal? I seldom do. The reason for taking Vitality capsules with the biggest meal of the day is so that you don't have an upset stomach when you take it. So if you are taking it with a smaller meal and you're not having any abdominal issues, then that's fine. Or you can even take it on an empty stomach as long as you're not having any stomach irritation. So the reason to take it with the largest meal is so you don't get stomach irritation. All right. Oh, here's one. Hi, Dr. Daniels. Thank you for spreading the word about turpentine and its medicinal use. I've been dealing with candida overgrowth for 15 years with no relief. I found your video on YouTube and decided to try it. It has been only 3 days and there is a major improvement. I took the turpentine and sugar cubes twice so far. I am more energetic with no brain fog. I realize that it will take time to bring the overgrowth down to a normal level. So I will be patient. My question is, how often can I take the turpentine and sugar cubes without risking danger to my body? If your dose is half a teaspoon a day or less, you can take it every day the rest of your life. If it's more than that, then the answer is 1 month. Alrighty. Excellent. Oh wait, one more question. Quickly here. I have suffered from tinea versicolor since I was 9 to 10 years old. I'm about to be 43 and I've yet to get rid of it. And we have suffer, 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 suffer. I've tried this and that, suffer, suffer. How can I get rid of this? Thank you. The answer is selenium sulfide, 2.5%, also known as Selsun, S-E-L-S-U-N, 2.5%, extra strength selenium sulfide lotion, and the directions are on the bottle for tinea versicolor. Yay! Which is basically 2 tablespoons applied to your body leave it on for 10 minutes, wash it off, bam, done. Now, the other solution, of course, is to eat your pig ears and get some better skin. All right, awesome. That is it for today. That is all the news that is news. And that is Jamming with Jen. And as always, think happens and let it happen to you.